Beautiful drive from that's great effort in the field as well. Love to see the Malaysians throwing their body around. It's a very important match for the Malaysian team. Can Winifred and close off this over? It's been an absolutely brilliant first over from her. Good drive from Tirtha. Elsa Hunter with the fielder in play. Now we have Nurdania, I believe, to take up the new ball from the far end. And joining me in the com box is the very well reputed batsman for Malaysia, Mr. Aziz Said Mubarak, world ranked batsman as well. It's a pleasure to have you here, mate.
Thanks. Thank you, Saifullah. Very good morning to all the people around the world tuning up for this game, Malaysia versus UAE. Hopefully, it's going to be a cracker of a game.
A great start from Malaysia with the ball. Just giving away 2 runs in the first over.
Yes, indeed, a very good start for Malaysia. See the left-hander Tirtha, how is she going to take on Nurdania?
Great delivery. Can immediately see signs of spin on this wicket.
Yeah, we could already see the fair bit of spin happening. The second over itself is still a new ball, but we could see that the wicket is turning. I believe they should have gone with the slip, probably a bit more attacking for an off-spinner into a left-hander.
Yeah, definitely. I think a slip would have been a valuable field placement to have had at this point in time.
Aisha Auza is on strike now for Dania. I think regulation feels it. It's beautifully bowled by Dania. Equally well played by Aisha. Just checking out how the wicket behaves, I believe.
Yeah, could we see some sweep shots out here now? Off spinner bowling into the right hander. Deep mid wicket in play.
It's a slight tuck down the leg side for a single. Yes, as you said, Saifullah. I think they'll probably look for get those sweeps in because the ball is turning and it will be a really good shot to play in this kind of condition.
Yeah, I think one thing that UAE have done really well in this tournament is starting off well, being positive in the power play. We haven't seen that yet so far.
With saying that, I think they have a slip in place now. The first ball which turned away for Tirtha Satish. Slightly short of the length, making it way too easy for Tirtha to play it.
Yeah, that's well worked from Tirtha.
I think we've already seen Tirtha in the previous tournament, the under-19s. She was playing really well in the tournament. Got really, really good starts for UAE and played attacking cricket right up in front. By looking at the wicket at the moment, let's see what she's gonna do about it. How is she gonna go approach the game? What do you think, Saifullah? What her plan should be in today's game? Looking at the wicket,
I think somebody like Tirtha would definitely look to take on the bowlers. No matter, I think just playing positive cricket, she looks like that she gives off that sort of energy. It's going to be interesting to see how she's going to combat this. It's not an easy wicket to bat whatsoever.
Yes, I think the way they are playing at the moment is just getting an eye into the ball, not really going for big shots yet.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign for UAE that they are planning on what they are doing and they're looking at what the wicket is happening to happen.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we have end of 2 overs. UAE are 6 for no loss.
Winifred, and now to continue, bowled an absolutely brilliant first over, causing a lot of problems to Isha Ulza. At the leaning edge.
Little outswinger from Winifred Ann. I think coming back with a lot of reputation into her shoulder.
Yeah.
Playing the fabric in the UAE.
Could be another chance here. Yeah, Winifred and is not happy about that. Can't give away singles in the almost 15 yards.
Yes, but that was a really good running between the wickets. Great communication between these two batters.
Yeah, definitely.
Made it look so easy. I thought for a moment it's going to be another chance, but Teta is really quick.
Yeah, comfortably home in the end of the day. Beautiful shot. Elsa Hunter couldn't get a clean pickup.
That was a really, really good shot. An on drive for medium pacer. Nonetheless, was straight to the fielder. Actually, we could see that the ball is moving. It's coming nicely to the bat.
Yeah, Tirtha definitely looks more comfortable and more composed in the crease so far in this innings.
So I think she's believing in her technique and going all out.
That's an absolute ripper yet again.
It's a beautiful delivery by Winifred Ann, giving no chance to the batter to go whatsoever.
It's a great shot. Could be running away to the boundary.
Chase on from Ariana Natasha. Beat the fielder. Beautiful cover drive from Aisha Oza. I'm sure that will give her tons of confidence and keep going with the innings. That brings the first boundary of UAE's innings. A beautiful cover drive courtesy Aisha Oza.
Yeah, lovely shot. Brilliant. Slightly over pitch from Winnie, I think. It was there we put away and puts it away with ease.
That's much better delivery from Winifred Ann.
Yeah, she's been struggling with that length even in the beginning of that over, Isha Oza. I think she's very comfortable with that good length shaping away from her. Seems to be one of her weaknesses.
With that, we have concluded the third over. UAE are 12 for no loss. And I think Saifullah, if you look at the wicket in the previous over, I think she gone for a couple of cover drives right into the bat. I think it's evenly matched.
Yeah.
The wicket is helping both the bowlers and the batsmen. It's not one-sided. So I think we'll have a great game to watch. Nurjania continues her second over. Still has a slip for Tita.
That's the wrong line, I believe. According to Tita.
And I think Tita is really playing well according to the bowlers. She's not taking on Nordania,
Yeah.
as she's taking the ball away from her, giving back to the counterpart.
Are you happy with the field that Nordania is bowling at to Tita?
Maybe you can change a bit more into it, but I think she's comfortable with this field set and she's going on with it. Maybe you can have a mid-off drop back and bring the long on, which makes
Definitely make a go over, challenge the fielders.
yes, the ball is turning. I think you should do that.
Feel like exactly what you have said, Said Aziz. I think it's an easy single there, definitely. Again, shorter. She's got to pitch it a bit fuller. That's poor fielding. Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Aisha Elisa, I believe, the cow corner. Can't afford to give easy runs to these UAE batters.
Yeah, I think UAE will be more than happy with that, but that's a very ordinary effort in the field. Hopefully, she comes back stronger now. Hopefully, it didn't dampen her confidence now leading up to the rest of this game.
That's much better delivery from Nordania. I mean, I believe that's the right channel to bowl to Tita. The more shorter, the more easier for her.
Good work in the field by the short fine.
Aina Hamiza,
Hamiza, yeah.
really good arm. Slip comes out. The last ball of the over and for the boundary, I believe.
Yeah. That's good work from Aisha Aliza with keeping it to 1 run.
That's a very good comeback from Aisha Elisa. Still, I believe that's a very good over in Malaysia's point of view. Just 7 runs coming from that over, which makes UAE go to 19 for no loss at the end of 4 overs. And you have a bowling change here from the Bangi end. Aina Hamiza, another medium pacer replacing a medium pacer. And on strike will be Tita Satish.
Yeah, Aina Hamiza, a very experienced campaigner for the national side. She's been an absolute asset for this team for a long time now. It's got to turn up at the big stage now.
It's a regulation field set. Couple down, which is a third man and a fine leg.
You don't see that too often nowadays in the modern game when third man fine leg down.
I think she believes in her line and length. She knows what she's going to do. Being 6-3 field set. Tucked down the leg side towards square leg for a single chance for second run. And they've taken it quite comfortably.
Could have gone through a bit quicker. Nonetheless, it's a couple of runs. Well worked. She looks to be a very elegant player.
Left-handers are always elegant.
Yeah, you will know a thing or two about that, right, Aziz? One of the most elegant batters in our country.
It's wide on the offside. A bit of a strange field set here. I see a sort of flying gully. Is that?
Yeah. Now Misa doesn't the gully has dropped back now to backward point sort of a region. Yeah.
It's a beautiful shot. Back foot punch towards covers, and that runs away for a quick boundary. What a shot that was from Tita Satish.
Yeah, that was a high quality cricketing stroke, I must say. This goes to show that you can't give her much width. She's very strong off the anything shorter.
I think Tita Satish is making a statement here. Anything full, she goes for it. Anything short, she goes for it. I think you got to really bowl at the right channel. You can't give her anything easier. And I think I'm becoming a fan of Tita Satish.
Yeah. It's got to put stump to stump, I believe. Just not give her any room to work with.
Straight to the block hole.
Very important wicket for Malaysia to get rid of the dangerous Tita Satish.
After we saw the boundary, I think the covers have dropped back straight away.
Shot that is. That's an absolutely brilliant shot. Should be an easy couple.
Tita Satish is providing some quality shots.
She's oozing confidence at the moment.
Yes, that was sort of back foot punch, I believe, towards mid wicket for an easy couple.
Poor delivery from Aina Amiza. Could have easily been put away. Lucky to get away with that. It's conceding 1 run. She's got to be a bit tighter with the lengths. That's a brilliant delivery. That's much better from Aina Amiza.
That is the right length to bowl to Tita Satish.
Yeah, overcast conditions here at UKM Oval. Does seem like rain might be a factor leading up to the conclusion of this game.
I think this kind of conditions should help the bowlers. And that was a beautiful shot yet again from Tita Satish. Slightly short of a length and beautifully pulled.
Yeah, another poor delivery which has been that sort of over for Aina Amiza. Something that she would be looking back with a bit of disgust, I'd say. Not, she would definitely wouldn't be knowing her. She definitely wouldn't be happy about that. But it's very important now for Malaysia to just not panic and just stick to their game plan.
That's the first expensive over in Malaysia's point of view. I think UAE are catching up their run rate. Now they're well above over 6. The end of 5 overs, UAE are 33 for no loss. No, Dania continues.
Yeah, we can immediately see that Isha Oza just wants to rotate the strike, give Tita most of the strike. And for Malaysia, that's a good sign. Maybe just get a couple of dot balls in there. Nicely played. That's smart cricket from Isha Oza. Understood that the square leg had gone to short mid wicket. Just closed the face, allowing the ball to come to the bat.
I think in UAE point of view, Isha Oza is playing a very good role here, giving most of the strike to Tita. as she is the one who is taking on.
Definitely getting a bit of turn in this wicket. No, Dania. It's got to be a bit fuller. I think that would trouble Tirtha. That's good. That's good from Dania.
Yes, I think even the fact that Dania is bowling really well at the moment, not giving anything easy for the batter to go. She's containing it very well.
That's poor delivery. That's a really poor delivery from New Dania. Short, ample of time because the wicket is slowing after it pitches, so that gives the batsman a lot of time. What a brilliant shot that is.
What a shot that was from Tirtha. These back-to-back boundaries. One over the top, over square leg. Another one, a beautiful off drive over mid-off for 4. Tirtha Satish is flowing on her confidence and showing her class. An absolute treat to watch.
Yeah, what an absolute talent. What an absolute talent that UAE have discovered here. Tirtha Satish entertaining our viewers.
That concludes the power play. UAE are very well ahead. 42 runs for the loss of no wicket. And we have another bowling change from the Bangi end. It's Shah Azmi.
A lot of broadcasters. CricTracker is doing a great job. We have 530 people watching the game. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
Yes, I think we must appreciate the CricTracker for making it happen, to show the world that what these ladies have got, to show their talent. Beautiful bit of fielding from Mas Elisa.
That's great work in the field. Unbelievable.
Easily stopped a couple. That was indeed smashed by Shauza towards Kawal's region. But Mas Elisa, brilliant stop. Nicely worked towards third man for a single. I think what I like here from Isha Oza is that she's trying to hit the ball, but everything down the ground. But if she's not getting the ball to go for a boundary, she's right away trying to rotate the strike and bring Tirtha back on strike.
Seems to be a very good understanding between these two.
It's Tirtha Satish, currently on 29 of 20, striking at 145 with 5 boundaries to her name.
Yeah, this is interesting. They put 4 down for Isha Oza. And now they put the mid-off back, which is a smart decision. They could afford to put one fielder back as well. Oh, it's a good ball from Sasha Azmi.
I think Sasha's bowling will suit more in this wicket as he bowls a bit more quicker. And the ball is turning. That will help stop Tita Fabit.
Beautifully played. Single.
That single. Ishauza is back on strike. See that the UKM oval is getting darker.
That's the big sweep shot.
Just for a single. Now Ishauza is showing a bit more intent.
She looks like she's a very strong, athletic person, and I think she definitely will be looking to take on the bowlers now. It's after the power play. Still got plenty of batters left in the shed as well.
We have another bowling change. The other end, it's Aisa Elisa. We've seen her opening the bowling for the Malaysian team in the warm-up games. Coming in after power play in the tournament. Let's see what she has got. It's saying that at the end of 7 overs, UAE are 45 for no loss.
It's a good ball. There's 4 fielders down. We have a deep third man. We have a long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket.
As you could see, Aisa Elisa is getting a fair bit of in swing towards right-hander. That was a big shot, chance for a catch. Just dropped short of the long on fielder. Tita is coming for 2.
Tita was really keen on that double as well. And I believe she would have made it if Isha Oda responded in time.
Yes, as she's going towards the danger end, I think she will make it comfortably. Tita Satish. Aisa Elisa around the wicket for Tita.
That's a good
Beautifully bowled.
That's a good ball, but she just has to try and keep it there. If any width is provided, it's an easy boundary for Tirtha. There's no super cover in play.
I think since Aisa Elisa is taking away from Tita Satish, I think it will be a good matchup between these two.
Good ball.
Very well bowled and very well fielded as well. Really athletic Aisa Elisa. So we could see that the groundsmen are taking up the covers. Yes, it's a slight drizzle in UKM. Catch!
Could have been a half chance. Bit of a Malaysian coming out in the com box here. Unfortunate overthrows as well.
That's a very good throw from the skipper. He's straight to the stumps. And they could get another single through that, which makes 2 runs in that ball. And sorry about that. A bit of a Malaysian coming out for a while. As you see our team when it plays, you will be excited when some chances are created. Yeah, I believe that's normal for anyone in the world.
Yeah, definitely. That's beautifully played. That's another poor effort in the field. Giving away 2 runs. Tirtha is looking very dangerous.
Yes, she's taking on the ball as well and truly.
Isha would have the license to go now. I believe Tita would play the anchor role, just to be there at the crease, play normal cricketing strokes and get the boundaries.
Yes, I think that is what she's been doing so far with playing those classical shots and getting enough boundaries and runs in the over. I think this is time for Isha Oza to take charge and go a bit more attacking. As you can see, Isha is on 13 of 22.
Good stop from Winnie and Fred and Sasha Azmi has been bowling well to Tirtha. It'll be interesting to.
We had UAE brought their 50 at the end of 8 overs.
Should be just a single.
Ariana Natasha.
Does well.
I think looking at current rate, UAE are going without losing a wicket. I think it will set up a very good platform for the batters who are coming down to go for the shots and get more runs as possible.
Just got a feeling that Isha Azam is going to go for it this over.
And
she goes
she's
with that
gone.
barrel sweep. That's a good option to have in your repertoire. And I think she'll collect a couple of runs here. Intan Jaffa does well to cut it off.
Yes, I think Isha Oza has started showing a bit more intent than it was in the previous overs.
And that's smart cricket as well. You know, that's using the turn, just paddling the ball. You
Yes,
could see a conventional sweep shot as well. There's a deep mid wicket. They don't have a deep square leg.
I think what UAE are doing well at the moment is that they're not only trying to get those boundaries coming in, as they are trying to rotate the strike and get those couples coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. They got a couple and right away the ball was good, but they, well enough to get a single of that. So in a way, it's not that putting pressure on Teta, she has to go for the shots, as Aisha is doing her part as well, getting those couples and a single, rotating the strike. Shot for an LBW. They were switching outside leg stump.
Yeah, a bit optimistic appeal by the Malaysians. It's a wrong line. Lucky to have gotten away with that. No square leg in play. Deep square leg. Well, worked for a single. Bit of wavered through, but one Julia does well.
It's at the end of 9 overs, UAE are 57 for no loss. Aisha Elisa to continue.
Just don't really understand why the fine leg's not down. You can afford to put the fine leg down. It's a good ball from Aisha Lisa. She seems to be extracting something out of the wicket. Aisha Lisa.
Yes, I think she's bowling at the right channel to Tita. getting a bit of swing. Still she's getting swing, a hint of swing.
Another good ball from Aisha Lisa. Doing really well. It's getting the dot balls now. Applying a bit of pressure back onto the UAE girls.
It's a couple of dot balls to start off. Second over of Aisha Elisa. Much better delivery.
Brilliant stuff here from Aisha Lisa. Oh, it's called a wide. It's a bit harsh. Looks like we have drinks after this over. Brilliant stuff here from Aisha Lisa. It's really putting the brakes onto this UAE side.
And I think that will create a bit of pressure for Tita Satish.
That's good fielding as well. Brilliant stuff from Aisha Lisa. I can see that she's running back to bowl as well. I like that energy.
4 dot balls in a row. Aisha Elisa is really stopping Tita Satish, and I believe that will create her to go for a big shot now.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it's on the cards now.
Yet another dot ball from Aisha Elisa.
I think Tita would have felt like she had missed out on that one with what's provided. Maybe went a bit too hard at the ball. If I was the fielders in the 30-yard circle, I'd stay a bit back. Don't walk in too much. That's brilliant stuff. Excellent bowling from Aisha Aliza. Oops. We could say it's a maiden over, but there was an extra delivery. Brilliant stuff from her.
But indeed, a very good over to finish off the first half of the innings. Some excellent bit of bowling from Aisha Elisa, and that concludes the 10 overs, the first half of the innings. UAE are 58 for no loss. We have a short drinks break. We'll join you shortly. She's coping up with a strike rate as well. 24 of 27 at the moment. And Tita is gone striking at 100, 36 of 36.
Lead. Another dot ball. You can sense that Tirtha would be looking for something now because she's been accumulating a lot of dot balls recently, of late. Another dot ball. Sasha has been doing well here. Good comeback after conceding that mammoth 6 from Shaoza.
Yes, I think she gave 9 runs of first 2 deliveries and came back really strong to bowl 4 dot balls in a row to finish off the over. At the end of 11 overs, UAE are 67 for no loss, and we have Aisa Elisa to continue. I think it's fair to continue. She bowled a brilliant over, the previous one. But this time it's Aisha Oza who is on strike. Oh, that's very well bowled.
Looks like it cut back into the right-hander. She was probably looking to play it through that vacant third-man region. But brilliant stuff from Aisha Elisa. Has been really impressive. In a way, she has been the pick of the bowlers.
So I think she's doing really well at the moment for Malaysia, trying to stop the runs just flowing from the other side. Chance for a run out on the other side.
Good work from Aisha Elisa backing out to that throw.
I think Aisha Elisa will be more than happy to bowl to Tirtha. She's taking the ball away from her, which makes a bit uncomfortable for Tirtha Satish, I believe.
Yeah.
We have sweepers dropping back. And I still believe you can go a bit more attacking to Tirtha Satish, especially when Aisha Elisa is bowling. And she's bowling really well at the moment to the left-hander. It's very well bowled yet again.
I think Aisha Elisa has cracked the code on where to bowl to these left-handers.
Just I think despite not taking wickets, Aisha Elisa is right on cue, trying to stop the batters from going for it. Again, another dot ball, I believe. No, they scammed to a single.
I think Mas did well. Got a hand to it, just a bit more. Nonetheless, it's still a single. And it's still a really good over in context from Malaysia. Should just be a single. Bit worried about that gap between point and short third man. Seems to be a huge one.
One more ball to go in this over of Aisha Elisa, and Tirtha Satish is on strike. I wonder what she'll be trying to do at the moment, try to rotate the strike or go for the shot.
That's another brilliant over from Aisha Elisa. And you can sense that whoever's going to bowl the next over, it's going to be an eventful one.
Yes, in the context of the game at the moment, I think the next over, it's either the batsman going to go for it or the bowler is going to take a wicket by making the batsman go for the shots.
Yeah.
think it should be a very good bowling partnership between the bowlers with Aisha Elisa. She's containing the other side and bowling really well. She bowled 3 overs and gave away only 10 runs, bowling at 3.3 economy. That's brilliant stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if Malaysia managed to take a wicket this over, I think a lot of credit has to go to Aisha Alisa.
Without a doubt, she's been brilliant so far. And her bowling change, skipper's deputy, Mas Elisa, is on attack.
Interesting to see the cover is up in the circle. Don't have to throw. And she does well, backing up Asha Azmi.
Asia, Oza, and off spinners. It's a thing, I believe. Still going attacking on the offside, Marcelisa. Being 4 down. Catch.
That's a brilliant take. And we have it again. Marcelisa takes the all-important wicket of Isha Oza. An excellent catch at extra covers. And Team Malaysia will be really happy about that one.
I think you got to give credits to Aisha Elisa to pile up the pressure on the other side by bowling dot balls. That's what made Aisha Oza to take on Mas Elisa and cost her wicket.
I think, but that was an exceptional catch as well. It was actually hit pretty hard. And it's an innings of Isha Oza who did well. And that brings on
Kavisha Nanek Kareswaran.
Could we see a huge comeback here from Malaysia? Could see some excellent bowling.
See, Covers is dropping back for the new batter and square leg is coming in.
That's an interesting move considering that they didn't put the cover down for Isha Oza. If the cover was in, that could have been a regulation catch as well. But I have to say that was a pretty poor delivery from Marcel Isha.
But still, there was a chance for a catch.
Yeah.
They had a cover fielder in for Isha Oza, who's an informed batter, and dropping the covers back for the new batsman. It's unacceptable according to me.
Doesn't make any sense. But let's have a look at what Tirtha is going to offer us now. The meaning of this over.
And you have a covers up for Teta Satish. I don't believe this. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, especially when an off spinner is taking the ball away from her as well. That's a good ball from Marcelisa. Was that half a chance? I think could have had a bit of a tickle on that, the batter.
So I think Marcelisa is bowling really well at the moment.
It's poor delivery from Mas.
But those poor deliveries are creating chance. I still believe you got to go a bit more attacking than what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment for the new batter especially. While you're getting the chances, you should grab it by going all out attacking. Nonetheless, at the end of 13 overs, UAE are 75 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Tirtha Satish moves to 40.
I think Malaysia wouldn't mind this. Should try and keep UAE at about 120, 125 runs. I think that would be setting up to a good chase in hand as well. I think the clouds have subsided a little bit as well, so rain might not be a possibility.
Yes, then Aisa Eliza is going out for her fourth.
I think she deserves it. She's been absolutely brilliant. Yet again, another dot ball.
That's a good delivery to start off her final over.
Yeah, I think if Aisha can close out this over the same way she has done in the previous ones, could be a man of the match candidate as well for me.
Yes, indeed.
Bowler's not amused about that one. Can't give singles out in there. Very easy single. Gotta keep the new batter on strike.
But still, Aisha Elisa is bowling really well to the left-hander.
So now they put the cover down for Tirtha. They have a deep mid wicket in play and the two fielders straight boundaries. Can't afford to bowl shorter. That's some very good delivery yet again from Aisha. She seems to have a very good control of where she wants to pitch the ball.
And that's a really good sign for Malaysia, especially quick bowlers.
I just noticed that one Julia is standing up to Aisha Eliza. Could be a tactical call, not letting the batsman use his feet, I guess. Just cut away nicely for a single.
As we see how Tirtha Satish is evolving as a batter in this innings, especially. Initially, she was going for the shots and getting those boundaries. Once the Malaysian bowlers have been started bowling the dot balls, she's not going and trying to get those boundaries, as she's trying to rotate the strike and be there, hang around a bit more, and then to go for in the last five, I believe. I think that's really, really good to watch.
Yeah, spot on their side, Aziz. Brilliant observation. Slower ball. It's first really poor delivery that Aisha Eliza has bowled so far in her bowling spell.
It's an attempt at slower delivery.
Yeah,
Now on
it's
the
just
leg
way
side.
Too short. Way too short. Could have been easily put away, but Tirtha missed out on that one. Ooh,
Inside edge and chance for run out.
Mas does well. Stop that. Not where she intended to play it, but that just speaks volume of how well Aisha Eliza has been bowling in this innings.
Yes, that was the proper inside edge, I believe.
What a shot! What an extraordinary shot. Could they cut it off? She does really well.
Brilliant fielding from Ariana Natasha, saved a couple of runs for her team. And Aisa Elisa, who's been bowling really, really well.
Yeah, that's exceptional work from Ariana. Not the first time as well. So far in this game, she's been exceptional. Been a live wire in the field. Surprised she hasn't bowled yet. And that
concludes 14th over. Aisa Elisa finishes her 4 overs quota for 18 runs from the allocated 4 overs without taking a wicket. And there's a very good tight bowling from her. And UAE moves to 83 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 14 overs. Still have Mas Elisa to continue from the Bangi end. That's a poor delivery.
6 runs as well. What a shot that is.
It's a friendly full toss by Mas Elisa and a strong statement by Kavisha.
You just can't afford to bowl those releases with all the pressure that's been created by Aisha Elisa as well. Not a good delivery whatsoever.
Kavisha Egarage. Another full toss. And a boundary this time. Back-to-back boundaries. 1-6 and another one is a 4. Both coming off of a full toss from Mas Elisa. I think you can't afford to give those sort of deliveries to the new batter to make her get settled in.
Yeah, I think it's just been a very, very ordinary first 2 balls there from Mas Elisa. And still they haven't put the square leg down, which is a bit of a shocker if you ask me.
Much better delivery this time. Just sticking to single.
Interesting that they brought the cover in.
His ball is going away and having 4 pillars down onto the leg side. Interesting move.
She bowled the wide on the off stump as well.
So you can see Ariana Natasha is warming up. Maybe she is coming to bowl the next over.
Yeah, we can see that Tirtha has been struggling to play those balls through the cover region against the spinners. She's been eyeing the leg side more often than not. As we can see there, there's a demonstration. Could have been a run-out chance as well.
Yes, I think Tirtha is more comfortable to playing on the offset of the medium paces than the spinners. She liked the pace in the ball, I believe.
Definitely.
Sort of a more sort of a timer of the ball, which every left-handers would do.
Yeah. Natural timers. Beautifully played. Just be a single. It's a good throw, I'd say.
An expensive over from Mas Elisa comes to an end. UAE are clinching towards the 100 run mark. They are 97 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 15, and we are coming into the final 5. We have another bowling change, and it's Nick Noor Attila. We are into the final 5 overs of the innings, and we don't yet see Ariana Natasha.
Let's move pay dividend for Malaysia. Getting Nick Noor Attila into the attack. The 15th over of the game. She's got to be spot on with the line lengths. Cut away nicely. Single to long off.
I think UAE is moving really, really closer to the 100 run mark. Ray fields 7-3 onto the cover point region. Shot third. Now it's moving back to fine leg.
Work to be on the leg side for a single.
Good first couple of balls from Ignore Attila.
Pulled away.
Straight to the fielder, dot ball.
It's been a good over so far. 3 balls bowled, just 2 runs conceded.
Kavisha echoed again.
Cut away, does well.
I was slammed towards the point. Aisha Eliza, I believe that managed to get a hand.
Yeah. That's a great shot. Should just be a single. Alzante does well. Great arm as well. 3 runs now in 5 deliveries. Been a good over for Nignur Attila. Gotta close out this over now. Last ball remaining.
It's the Satish on strike for the last ball of Nignur Attila's over.
Should just be a single. So great over from Nignur Attila. Does well. Contains the batters just to 4 runs in that over.
And UAE moves to the 100 run mark. They're 101 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 16 overs. Saifullah, what do you think the score they're looking at in the final 4? What do you think they will end up with?
Yeah, I think definitely UAE would be looking at 10 runs and over from now. But for the Malaysian point of view, with Winifred N having another, I believe,
She still has a couple of overs.
she still has a couple of overs to go. And we still have Nignur Attila bowled a pretty good over in the previous over. So hopefully for Malaysians, they can restrict them to at least 125 to 130.
And I don't know why yet Ariana Natasha bowling,
Yeah, that's been a bit of a surprise to me as well.
and we are into the final 4 of the innings, and you still haven't seen a sign of Ariana Natasha yet.
And you still have just 4 fielders down as well. So I don't really understand that as well. Beautiful shot for a single. Tirtha moves on to 47, I believe.
She moves on to 47, but still, I think Malaysia have done really, really well here to contain the runs.
Yeah.
Initially, if you see, Tirtha Satish was going all out attacking, and now she has no way getting a boundary through of any bowling attack. The Malaysians are doing really, really well at the moment, stopping Tirtha Satish. I don't think they'll be worried even if you go past 50 runs.
Yeah, definitely not. It's very well played.
It's a beautiful shot from Kavisha, but fielded really well by Mas Elisa, sticking just to a couple.
Then that's exactly what I'm talking about. You can afford to put one fielder down. So you can afford to put the third man down.
Especially for a bowler like Winifred Annie having a bit of pace in the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going to stick to that off stump length, 4th stump length, you have to put the third man down. It's a brilliant ball, but it could have been edged away and could have gone right past Nignur Attila. So I don't really understand these tactics, but you have to look at it in the bright side. That's a dot ball for Malaysia.
Fair enough.
Does well when he gets a hand on it. Restricted to back-to-back dot balls now. So bit of pressure being applied. You can almost sense that a big shot is coming.
Yes,
At the same time.
I think Winnie has been bowling really well in the second spell of hers.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from Winnie, the skipper from Malaysia. What a shot that is. Should just be a single. Could be another chance. No. Does well in Tanjafar.
Still a couple of more deliveries to go in this over. Looking at the context of the game, I think Winifred Ann is doing a really, really good job. And Tirtha Satish back on strike. It's beautifully bowled and brilliant stop.
That's great effort in the field. Brilliant stuff here from Malaysia.
Mas Elisa is a live wire in the field. Certainly saved a boundary there.
I mean, you can see that the Malaysians, they understand that they have a chance here. You can see the body language on all the players. They are looking pumped. They're looking fresh.
It's in the first couple of wins in the two games, coming into the UAE game without a loss. I think they have a massive confidence on themselves. We still have Nick Noor Attila to continue the second over. She's been brilliant so far. The UAE moves to 106 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, and we are closing to the close down of the overs. Final 3 overs, the slog overs, I believe. And Tirtha Satish is on 48 on strike now.
Big shot. Good stop. Good hand on it. Nick Noor Attila.
That was a great shot, but that will go down as a drop.
It's a bit harsh there, Syed Aziz. I think that was struck really, really well. Does well to get a hand, I believe.
That's the only reason why it will go down as a drop.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have tried that, no,
Definitely.
I'd have gone as a half chance.
Interesting to note that there's no square leg. It's very interesting when you have an off spinner bowling to a right hander, there's no square leg. Exactly.
Brilliant sweep shot, and Elsa Hunter is
Really quick. Elsa Hunter as well.
There's the long legs. Moving pretty fast. The outfield.
I just don't understand this. I just don't understand it. You need a square leg. There has to be a square leg in this stage of the game.
Skipper has different ideas, I believe. Winifred Ann trying out things.
That's good bowling from Nick Noor Attila.
Tirtha Satish on 49 of 53 deliveries, just a run away from her 50.
Brilliant ball from Nick Noor Attila. That's an half century for Tirtha Satish. It's been a good one. Definitely did slow down a tad bit towards the latter part of her innings. But nonetheless, it's a valuable knock for her side. Well done.
Yes, I think really composed and shown some bit of intent and calmness in the field. Very well played, Tirtha Satish.
Great stop in the field. Yet again, Mas Elisa saved a lot of runs in that region.
I think I've ever seen a fielder getting a man of the match.
Yeah.
I think it happened once as Mohammad Kaif of India got it.
Yeah.
I think we still have a contender here in this ACC T20 Championship, Mas Elisa of Malaysia.
Cuts it away. Should just be a single. It's got to get the throw in fast. That's good from Intan.
I think it's a very good over yet again from Nick Noor Attila, given away only 6 runs of that. The 18th over.
Yeah, she's been excellent. Just bowling the couple of overs for her side, doing the job. Winifred Ann to continue.
Winifred Ann is going to bowl her final over. And the 19th over of the innings, the most important over in the
Penultimum.
format.
The penultimum over.
Still going with only 4 fielders down. Start off with the dot ball, Winifred Ann.
And that's exactly what my fellow commentator was getting frustrated about. We are a bit astonished here that the third man hasn't been dragged down. And Winifred Ann bowls with a bit of pace. They've brought the third man down now and they've got the cover in. It's interesting. Goes to the big heave on the offside.
There's a couple of dot balls and a boundary of an edge. And a wide delivery.
Well picked up from One Julia. She's been really impressive behind the stumps as well. Keeping up to the fast bowlers. Never easy.
Yes, and getting some valuable runs with the bat as well.
Shot.
Chance for runner. Elsa Hunter is quick. But
Quick
Teta
enough.
is evenly matched with that. She's really, really quick. Staying towards, to the full of the innings, but still she's fit and strong.
Yeah,
running
very
towards
good
it.
stamina being shown here from Theatre. Good fitness levels.
Six runs so far of the over. Couple of deliveries left.
Don't throw. I don't understand.
Very good backup.
That's good.
from
That's great
Intan.
backup. Intan's where? And that's really good effort in the field from Intan.
And I think Vinny has bowled a really good over so far. 7 runs of 5 balls and a delivery left in his spell. And of the 19th over as well. Teta Satish is on strike. 150.
Good drive. Should be a single.
And that's the end of 19th over. We are 1-1 for the loss of 1 wicket. I think Malaysia have done really, really well here, even though they didn't picked up the wickets, but they bowled really well to pile up the dot balls and stopping UAE from going for the line of 140 to 150 runs. Looking at the start, they look to go well over 150, but it's really, really tight bowling from Malaysia to stop UAE.
Yeah, definitely. I think the bowlers have done their job. They've done really well to bring the match back into the hands of Malaysia. And now the batters just have to go on and express themselves, I think. Just play positive cricket and hopefully we'll walk through this with a victory.
And we have the final over of the first innings. We have Nick Noor Attila to continue to a third over. It's an interesting call by the skipper.
Lighted, swept away, should just be a single. Has to get throw in quickly. She does that.
It's a single to start off the final over. We move to 122.
Missed the stumping, was a bit too late on that 1-1 Julia.
I think the batter was really quick.
Yeah,
to
all
come back.
definitely an all important dot ball as well.
So 1 run of 2 balls so far from Nikatila.
Goes to the big sweep shot, could be a chance in the outfield. Outside as well to get to the spin of that ball.
I think Malaysians are doing really well at the moment, not giving any boundaries so far.
Send Marcelisa now for the boundary riders.
Three more balls left in this over.
Goes for the big sweep once again. That's a boundary. 1 bounce over the ropes. They could have had an extra man on the leg side.
It's Kavisha leaned onto one knee and slogged it over mid-wicket. The fielders moved a bit towards the cow corner region. So friendly full toss chance for a catch. Marcelisa.
Oh,
That was a valiant effort from her. Full
brilliant
stretch
effort.
dive.
Brilliant effort in the field from Marcelisa and poor delivery from Nick Nuratila. That's a boundary. And that brings UAE's total to 130.
132 for the loss of 1 wicket. It was a brilliant effort from Marcelisa.
Goes to the sweep shot once again.
There's a hunter.
Drops it. Another drop catch resulting in another couple of runs. Felt like she got there but just couldn't wrap her thumbs around it. And that ends the innings. It's been a very good one for UAE, but it can be chased down by Malaysia. 134, I believe, is the target. 135 run to the target. And that closes out the innings.
Yes.
UAE, we had Isha Oza, 26 to 31 delivery. It's a good knock from her. Theatre, 52 of 56 delivery. That's a good knock as well. Brilliant knock from Theatre. Very classy, very elegant. And Kavisha does really well as well. 46. And as for the Malaysians, we have Winifred 4 overs, none for 22. Nirdania, 3 overs, none for 19. Aina Hamiza was pretty expensive in the first over, just getting 14 runs. Sasha Azmi bowled really well, 3 overs, none for 19. Aisha Eliza, pick of the bowlers for myself, 4 overs, none for 18. And Marcelisa, 2 overs, 1 for 18. And Nick Nuratila, 3 overs, none for 23. That concludes the end of the first innings. It's been a brilliant one and a very entertaining one. We'll join you for the all important chase. Stay tuned.
And opening the bowling for UAE is Chaya Mughal, the skipper herself. Started off with a full toss outside off stump, but couldn't manage to hit a boundary of that. Couple of dot balls to start off the innings, Chaya Mughal.
It's a beautiful shot from Winifred Ann. That is an extraordinary stroke.
What a way to open your account, Winifred Ann. A beautiful cover drive, half volleyed off the off stump.
Could that just be the Kickstarter for Malaysia? That's a beautiful stroke.
This shows how confident she is in at the moment. Not forget to mention that she's the leading run scorer at the moment of the tournament, Winifred Ann. Straight away the slip comes out, another extra fielder on the offside to protect those cover drives. Chaya Mughal to Winifred.
It's a big wide on the offside. One thing that Chaya Mughal has is she has a bit of pace. No fine leg, which is an interesting call to have. Only one fielder down. This is a tactic that UAE has used in the previous games as well.
Very well bowled again, Chaya Mughal with the dot ball.
Beautifully played for a single. Gets one Julia on strike. It's another veteran for Malaysia cricket. Win the over. Nonetheless, the end of the first over.
Malaysia 6 runs without loss.
7, I believe. A wide delivery. 6 runs. And this is the bowler that Malaysia should watch out for. A lot has been talked about her. It's a tall right arm fast bowler. Off spinner, beg your pardon.
It's Aisha Oza, the opening batter, comes in to bowl as well in the first 2 overs in the power play itself. There's the right arm off spinner.
Yeah, the all-important all-rounder for UAE.
There's only one fielder down. Deep mid wicket. Stalin plays inside 30 yards.
Long run up for an off spinner.
Fair bit of bounce. Aisha Oza gets. Using her height really well here. Trying to hit the deck.
A bit late on that cut shot, Winifred Ann.
I think Aisha Oza is a bit more quicker in the air, both a bit flatter than the other bowlers.
One Julia has to take a start here. Just to back up well.
So I think Aisha Oza is bowling at the right length, not giving anything full or short, just bowling at the right channel with a good length, which makes Winifred Ann a bit uncomfortable.
over pitch this time. Isha over blitzing through this over. Very bold, I believe. Four deliveries? 3. Left alone outside the off stump. Goes for the big drive, gets the edge on that. Could that be trickling away to the boundary?
It's a brilliant stop. Cuts it down for a couple, certainly say the boundary for his side, 2 runs. That comes the second over. Malaysia 8 runs for no loss. A brilliant over to start off from Isha Oza. We have Van Julia to face the first ball of her innings. Chayamugal continues the second over, giving only 6 runs in the first over.
Well played. Should be just a single.
Van Julia is off the mark straight away with a single to its square leg region.
Yeah, and Duja does well.
That puts skipper Winifred Ann on strike. Skipper to skipper. A nickel for Chayamugal there.
Driven should be a single, and she's gone. That's poor running.
A brilliant bit of fielding in the UAE.
That's a massive blow for Malaysia leading up to the chase. There was definitely not a single on there. The ball straight to the fielder and just took off.
Samaira picked up really well, and a brilliant direct hit from Samaira to get rid of the skipper Winifred and dangerous batsman of Malaysia. That brings Mas Elisa into the crease. Not the start that Malaysia would have wanted. Losing their skipper early, who has been in red hot form, not a way that she wanted to get out. The last one was run out.
I think Malaysia just has to keep being positive now. Still look for the boundaries at the same time. Just try and have a bit of intent towards the ball. That's wide delivery from Shaya Mughal.
Good intent shown by Van Julia stepping out and trying to sweep the ball. Post Shaya Mughal to go down the leg side.
Easy single missed out.
Brilliant bit of bowling from Chaya Mughal, not giving any room to the batter, straight into the money every ball. Getting a fair bit of in swing as well, Chayamukal.
It's a wide delivery from Charmagul.
It's a final full
Goes for
toss.
big shot.
Try to heave it towards mid wicket. Non Julia, we managed to get a single of that.
I would feel like she missed out on that one.
Yes, missed out a certain boundary to get her innings going. And that brings Marcelisa on strike. Coming back fresh after 15, her last outing, Marcelisa.
How did that miss the stumps?
It's a brilliant way to start. Triamugal, very good first ball for Marcelisa. At the end of 3 overs, Malaysia fell for loss of 1 wicket. And we have Asia Oza continue.
I mean, similar starts for Malaysia in terms of the runs on the board. I think UAE started with 12 runs as well after the completion of 3 overs.
Just that the wicket loss.
Yeah, just a wicket loss. But the fourth over went for 20. Aina Amiza, I believe it was bowling the fourth over. 14 runs came off that over. We see a similar thing. Not a single there. I think they just need to find a way to get the scoreboard ticking. I think especially to Isha Oza, you can't afford to let her keep bowling at that same line of length, same spot. Yep, that's a single. Could be a couple if they push hard, and I don't think they will.
The UAE fielders are really quick. I think Malaysian batters have to force Isha Oza to bowl on a different length and line, as she's quite comfortable bowling in this length, which makes harder for the Malaysian batter. Yeah.
Got to stay positive. It's very important for Malaysia to keep looking for those options, keep looking for the boundaries.
I think it's a very good bowling from Isha Oza, not giving anything easy.
But I feel like she had missed out on that one. Shot outside the off stump. Will there be cut away?
Just gently timed by Marcelisa straight to the fielder. Now the mid on is dropping back to long on.
Sweeps it away for a single.
Final ball of the second over. Isha Oza. That was a quicker delivery. That went really quick. Just get the outside edge of Van Julia and beats the third man fielder for a boundary.
A fortunate boundary, but we'll take it.
Not the way that Van Julia would have wanted, but nonetheless, she'll take it.
I believe there were 6 runs that came off that over. Malaysia now 18 in 4 overs. The loss of 1 wicket.
So we have a change in bowling. Kushi Sharma.
Yeah, Kushi Sharma has been really impressive leading up in this tournament. He's bowled with some good pace.
Yes, one bowler Malaysians should watch out for.
Yeah, I think she's tall as well, so she will naturally extract bounce from any surface that she bowls on.
Mas Elisa is.
Yeah, I mean, it's gutsy stuff from Marcelisa. Nice to see as well.
Yeah, she's tough. I have to say that. Start off with the full delivery. Kushi Sharma. Marcelisa is watching out for how the ball behaves off the wicket. Keeping an eye onto the ball. Beautifully played. Lisa towards third man. Chance for a couple. Just a single. Really well bowled by Kushi Sharma. What the UAE bowlers are doing well is that they're not giving any room to the batters to fade their arms. Bowling right into the stumps every ball, which makes Malaysians a bit more harder than what it used to be.
It's up in
Chance
the
for a
air.
catch.
It's an easy take. And Van Julia departs now. That spells trouble for Malaysia.
That's what pressure will do. Keep on bowling the dot balls, and the batter will try to get one out of nowhere, and that costs Van Julia her wicket.
And Elsa Hunter walks on to the crease now. She's definitely one of the marquee batters for Malaysia. And they need a big innings from her if they have any chance in chasing down this total.
They already need a hand on Mas and Elsa Hunter. Elsa Hunter played a handy knock against UAE in the previous outing against them in the UAE. I think she'll try to carry the same form here as well, with a bit more familiar conditions.
So wide on the leg side.
Attempt that sweep shot on the leg side.
Yeah, was a pick up shot, but couldn't get the connection.
What I could see is Marcelisa is showing some intent that she is going to go for it.
I think that's the most important thing now. They just need to make use of the power play fully. Well played. Should just be a single.
As the ball left in this over, and Elsa Hunter will be on strike. Sharma steaming in. Watchfully played Elsa Hunter. Start her innings with the dot ball. That's the end of 5 overs. Malaysia are 21 for the loss of 2 wickets. Isha Azza continues the 3rd over. It's fair to give her another over. She's been bowling brilliantly.
I think they have to try and take on Isha Oza. Maybe look at the sweep option. That's well cut away. That could have been a run-out chance in the keeper then.
That was brilliant pickup by Isha Oza without seeing where the stump was. A sort of MSD in there.
Yeah. That was a very risky single. I think there was a run-out chance in both ends. You've got to be wary of that, as they know that the UAE fielders are very quick and they are walking in from the 30-yard circle almost to 20 yards, 15 yards. It's not easy to get a single from that sort of distance.
I think it's Isha Oza's height that gives her a bit of upper hand towards the Malaysian batters.
I mean, Elsa is pretty tall, so she could take her on. It could be a good matchup. Long levels.
That sweep shot by Elsa Hunter to get off the mark. That's a brilliant shot by Elsa Hunter. Very well placed between the square leg and fine leg fielder. Very good way to start. Get off the mark, Elsa Hunter. Gently pull towards square leg for a boundary.
Yeah, great shot from Elsa Hunter. Transfers her weight beautifully into the back foot and just placed that ball.
Just didn't try to hit it really hard, just timed and placed it perfectly, Elsa Hunter. Bit more quicker this time, Isha Oza. Just came through a quick single shot fine leg. Third man is going down for an off spinner, quite unorthodox from the UAE.
Quite interesting.
Beautiful shot by Mas Elisa, just down onto one knee and swept it over short fine leg for a boundary. That will keep her going.
I think that's exactly what you're talking about here in the com box. They need to take on Isha Oza, and they've done that beautifully. Great over for Malaysia in the circumference of the game. I believe 10 runs came off that over.
It's a good way to end the power play. The 10 runs of the last over of the power play. This, at the end of power play and the end of 6 overs, Malaysia are 31 for the loss of 2 wickets, chasing 135. They will need another 104 runs in 14 overs. Beautiful shot again from Elsa Hunter.
Great
Swept
shot.
it.
Excellent shot from Elsa Hunter, picking up it again beautifully. Well placed as well. Good intent being shown here now. A bit of momentum back onto the Malaysian side.
As we could see, the dugout is a bit more happy than it used to be in the first couple of overs.
Elsa Hunter has to keep on going with this momentum. Get those boundaries more often than not. UAE have opted to just stick with that one fielder down as well. So you have to take it like it's a power play. That's a close call as well. Very loud shout from the UAE camp.
The umpire is unmoved.
What a shot again from Elsa Hunter. That is an absolutely beautiful stroke. She is on fire at the moment, Elsa Hunter. Flicked over shot mid wicket, and that's just a beautiful stroke, I must say.
Beautiful flick shot over the shot. Mid wicket fielder. Elsa Hunter is started to go on taking on the bowlers of the UAE.
Just got to keep this momentum going. Beautiful stroke once again. Nice to see here. Elsa Hunter is middling the ball, finding the middle of the bat.
His first 3 balls, couple of boundaries and a single. Elsa Hunter is putting up a show here. Hopefully she goes long.
Beautiful from Marcelisa as well.
I think both the batters have started the middling now. I think they're getting the confidence back on them. Very well played by Marcelisa. Tried to be a bit cheeky.
That paid dividend as well. Just single. And that's another excellent over for Malaysia. 10 runs again coming off that over. They move on to 41 now of 7 overs. So it's a great comeback here from Malaysia, setting up this chase. Isha Oza to bowl out her final over. Malaysia have a chance here now.
I think Malaysia will be happy to finish Isha Oza's spell and taking on the other bowlers. The runs have started to flow. It's the end of 7 overs, 41 for the loss of 2 wickets. The run rate, they're catching up with the run rate.
Well
Beautifully
played.
played.
Should be a couple of runs easily. Just a single.
That single puts in form Elsa Hunter on strike, and there is a bit of field change, bringing up the deep square leg fielder in without a fine leg, trying to make Elsa Hunter go for the sweep shot, I believe. Ishauza.
Yeah, I think that shot is on as well. And I think Elsa Hunter can play that stroke. One of his strengths. Pulled away. No, run out chance. That was a close call. Lucky break here from Malaysia. Heart stop beating here at the com box as well.
And I think really good to see batsman putting up a dive to save the wicket. Good intent by Elisa. She's quick, but still there was no single there.
Pulled away nicely. Just a single.
Yes. What Malaysia is doing right now is perfect. Just keep on rotating the strike.
Yeah, take it deep. Take it as deep as possible now.
So now to get more dot balls. Eventually get the boundaries. The odd boundaries will help.
Another quick single. Good understanding yet again. Could be an overthrow. Great running from these two Malaysian batters.
Yes, I think that was very well planned and executed. A bit of bounce for Aisha Uzza.
Yeah, left her on nicely from Elsa Hunter. Pulls it away. Dropped. Oh my word, that would have been an absolute blinder.
That certainly would have been a game-changing wicket of Elsa Hunter. Try to go over the square leg. The last ball of Aisha Uzza's spell would have been a costly wicket.
It looked like it was a certain boundary as soon as it came off the bat, but great effort in the field as well. And Elsa Hunter lives to survive another day. Goosebumps here in the comment box as well. I think there definitely is a bit of a bias as well on the comment box. We are both Malaysians sitting out here, so it will be natural for us to feel a little bit more.
And we have a change in bowling. Vaishnavi Mahesh is taking on from Chayamugal.
Well played. That's a good shot from Elsa Hunter. Could be a couple of runs, should be easily. Well played. Very well played. She seems very good, very composed of the back foot, Elsa Hunter.
I think Elsa should keep on doing this, nudging the ball here and there, get those singles and doubles coming in, and odd boundary will come eventually. You have a leggy Vaishnavi Mahesh. It's much better delivery from.
Good shot as well. Just couldn't find the gap.
It's really well bowled by Vaishnavi, giving it a bit more air and bowling in front.
Good shot. Should just be a single this time around.
Slight shimmy down the wicket and take it on full, not giving enough time for the spinner to turn the ball. Very well played by Elsa Hunter.
It's a quick single.
It's really good communication between these two batters, taking on those quick singles inside 15 yards. I think that will force the fielders to come in a bit more, and that will give you a chance to get a boundary.
Definitely.
Yes, the point fielder is coming in now.
Come in. That will definitely open up the offside more. Just a bit of force will be a boundary, I believe. That's no run. Cut away nicely.
Straight to the fielder, no run.
End of the 9th over. Malaysia. 49 runs on the board. Samaira comes in now. She's the quickest of the lot, I'd say. She has some pace in her repertoire. Still very young and very, very talented is Samaira. Starts off with a wide delivery. Samaira is really express for this UAE side. She's a quick bowler.
It's very well played. Master Lisa, and good communication between these two batters, taking on those quick singles quite comfortably. It's a wide ball on the offside. Myra bowls decent pace.
She's still, I believe, 18 years old.
It's a good asset for UAE. Looking at the long term.
What a shot that is from Elsa Hunter.
That was hammered by Elsa Hunter towards short mid wicket. Ritika Ranji just got a hand to it, stopped a certain boundary there.
Definitely. They've got the fine leg in and they've dropped the square leg down for the cover in as well.
Bumper is coming in, I guess.
Yeah, it just seemed like that.
Indeed, it was a
And
bumper.
delivery. Marcelisa went down as well.
See, Marcelisa is really brave still to be batting without helmet. That shows a confidence level that she is here to make a statement.
Not given by the umpire. That was pretty close. We looked pretty close. Just did look a bit out as well. But
It's a bit of hesitation between the batters whether to take the single or not, but eventually they got home. It's a Hunter. See, Mas Elisa is holding up her legs, feeling some hammies there, I feel.
it's on the cut shot. It's a wide delivery. So the extras have benefited Malaysia in this over. I believe 3 extras already. 5 runs coming off.
So I think Sumaira is trying to bowl a bit more faster than what she used to do, missing out the line and length.
Sumaya does not like to get hit. Typical fast bowler mentality. Well played from Elsa Hunter. Could be a couple of runs. Should be a couple of runs.
Sucked it down towards fine leg and easy
Brilliant.
couple. By
Brilliant.
Elsa Hunter.
Brilliant batting from Elsa Hunter. Been really impressive so far throughout this innings. She just has to keep going now. Keep backing her ability. Well played this time. One bounce to the deep line.
Elsa Hunter just tried to go hit it over past square leg, managed to get only a single. The ball went to fine leg, and we have a short drinks break at the end of 10 overs. I'll join you back shortly.
This game. But I think it's very important now to minimize the dot balls. I think the required run rate should be about 7.
I think Mas and Elsa Hunter putting up a good partnership so far. I think they should dig deep and go into 16, 17 overs with these two to keep a hand from Malaysia to come in the end flock a bit.
Definitely have to dig deep now.
We have Vaishnavi Mahesh continue.
Well played. Should just be a single. Well played.
That's what I was talking about. After 10 overs, we should try to minimize the dot balls. Like I said, Saifullah, get those ones and twos coming in frequently.
Yeah, the occasional boundary would definitely help a lot as well. 1 run, 3 balls now.
That's why Vaishnavi Mahesh is bowling really well here.
And they've asked Induja to warm up. She definitely play a big role in this innings as well. That's well played from Mas. Just be a single. Let's do a 4 now.
So a couple of deliveries left in this over of Vaishnavi Mahesh.
Interesting that they've got the third man to square leg. Would indicate that Vaishnavi will bowl probably into middle and leg stump.
Very fine, sort of long leg as well.
Yeah.
That's
Pulls
a
away
really
nicely.
Good shot by Elsa Hunter.
Maybe a couple of runs.
But the fielder's really quick.
She will come back for a second. She's doing really well. Elsa Hunter is really impressing today.
She's putting up a rated show here. Elsa Hunter making a statement. So the delivery left it is over.
That's up in the air. And that's dropped. Could that be a game-changing moment for Malaysia? Elsa Hunter is riding on a luck. That's a really poor effort in the field by UAE as well. Almost a certain wicket.
Bit of a confusion from the bowler and the short covers fielder holding on to each other.
She's got to dig in deep. Elsa has to make advantage of this chance now. Induja takes up the ball now.
So Elsa Hunter back on strike. I think Elsa Hunter has a certain luck in this game. I think she should grab it and go long.
There's no fine leg as well, so she does have that option.
She's really good at her legs, especially those pull shots towards square leg.
Yeah.
I think that certainly this field side will open up that shot for Elsa Hunter.
She'll definitely be looking to play it as well. Let's have a look. Shot from Elsa Hunter, beautifully played. Should be a couple of runs easily. Yes, it is.
I think she really knows what she's been doing, and she's picking up the right gaps and played it there.
She knows her shots. She knows which shots are her strength, and she's playing it, and I think she should not stop as well. Just keep hitting those areas.
Malaysia moves to 66 runs.
Yeah, I think this field is not a right field by UAE, and she can capitalize on this.
There was an appeal for a caught behind. Says no, Sari Kabrasat.
I mean, Induja was convinced that there was a nick on that. And by the reaction of the batsman, I'd say that there probably was as well. It seems like that sort of day from Elsa Hunter.
It's been Elsa's day so far.
Nicely played. That's an easy single. Unfortunately, Marcelisa couldn't respond in time. That's a good ball from Induja.
Right in the block hole. Unplayable.
Definitely looks like Induja wants to bowl that off-stump channel, make a play through the covers. That shot is still an option as well, considering that the cover fielder is inside the 30 yards. But I think Elsa is just waiting for the ones around the legs. Well played from Elsa. Should just be a single, comfortable single.
Ball left and in that's over. Put Mars back on strike.
Can we see a glorious cover drive from Marcelisa?
I feel more towards ramp.
A bit optimistic of thinking away. Well played from Mars. Should just be a single, less to hurry. And it is. So that's good from Malaysia. Good over from Induja. It's getting 4 runs. I think they'll be looking to attack Vaishnavi. They have been looking comfortable against her.
Malaysia needs another 67 runs in 8 overs.
about 8 runs and over. I think now they have to put a bit of acceleration on
48 balls and 67 runs.
to minimize the dot balls, get the
Yes.
occasional boundaries.
He's still chaseable target.
Can't afford that. Definitely do need some boundaries now. Look at her options. She's got to look at her options. Maybe go over mid wicket, make some room, cut the ball through the point region. Options are available.
Very well played by Marcelisa. Down towards long on for a single. Puts Elsa Hunter back on strike.
Elsa Hunter looking the more likely one to get the boundaries. Cut away, should be looking for 2. Have to run hard. We'll just settle for 1. No!
It's a misfield and easy.
That
couple.
misfield was the reason why they could have made it for the second. It is looking to be Elsa Hunter's day, definitely. If that was a clean pickup, that would have been a 90% chance of a run out. Well played from Elsa. Will not be a single though.
Elsa Hunter very well. 30 of 30 so far.
She could make use of the point fielder that comes in now.
Beg your pardon, 32 of 30.
It's got to look to cut that ball through that region. She had the chance now. Well pulled away. Should just be a single though. Great throw from the deep mid wicket fielder. It's the end of the over.
Nisha 72 for loss of 2 wickets. The end of 13 overs.
I think Elsa Hunter would definitely look to fancy Hinduja. She's got to move her feet a bit. Well played. Should be looking for a couple of runs. Have to run hard. They will come back for a second. Ah. Elsa Hunter, fortunately for her, gets run out. Was looking like a possibility. And Elsa Hunter was batting exceptionally well, working the fielders, working the areas. Unfortunately, gets run out.
Elsa Hunter goes after scoring 33 of 33. Well compiled innings. That brings Aina Hamiza to the crease. Definitely a partnership breaker. Run out was.
I think Aina Hamida just has to play her game, be positive, try and get those boundaries as much as possible. Don't worry about a wicket as such, as Marcelisa is there to put an anchor roll anyway.
Yes, I think one of them has to go, which is it would be wise if Aina Hamiza goes for it. Forcefully played Aina Hamiza. We have quite a number of viewers tuning into the game today. Thanks to CricTracker.
Drives. And that's taken. Aina Hamida departs. And yet again, it is Induja that picks up the wicket.
Good catch by Chayamugal.
Aina Hamida departs without troubling the scorers.
That brings Ariana another shot in.
I think looking a bit glim now for the Malaysians. They definitely need a cameo from one of these batters. Intan Jafar still in the shed.
Watchfully played. Ariana Natasha.
And another wicket for Induja, who's been really impressive this over. Definitely a game-changing over in the circumstances of this game.
3 wickets in 1 over. 2 for Induja and 1 run out.
And that brings Intan Jafar onto the crease. Another veteran of Malaysia cricket. Could she produce a masterclass that sees Malaysia home?
Ariana Natasha goes without rubbing the scores as well. Malaysia slipped to 4 wickets in the span of 4 balls.
Great over from Induja. Really accurate bowling to the plans, delivering for her side. Now we have Vaishnavi to continue. Swept away. And Induja misfields. Goes for a boundary. A rare mistake from Induja. It's a good shot from Masir Issa as well. Shouldn't be happy about that, Induja. Goes again. And it's misfielded again as well. So back-to-back boundaries, back-to-back misfields from Hinduja. Could we see a masterclass from Marcelisha? And they've changed the fielder. Hinduja now moves to, I believe, short fine or short third.
That will certainly give Lisa boost go on the bowlers.
'81 now, loss of 5. Well played, should be a single, comfortable single. Direct hit would have been pretty close as well. Intan Jaffa now to his second delivery.
Mahesh.
It's a good shot from Intan. It's a single.
Jaffer, long levers, really powerful. Hida.
What a
beautiful
shot. That is from
shot.
Marcelisa. Another boundary. So she is on fire at the moment now. 3 boundaries in this over from Marcelisa. Could this bring some momentum back onto the Malaysian side?
Marcelis are really taking it on with the UAE bowlers now.
Hinduja to continue. Oh, and she's knocked over. Hinduja with an absolutely brilliant delivery. Gets rid of Intan. Pass forward just a single. And yet again, Hinduja, top of off stump. It's an absolute beach from her.
Sorry, 3 wickets for India already.
Definitely been the pick of the bowlers, Hinduja, despite her 2 misfields.
Brings Sasha Azmi on crease.
Good delivery from Hinduja. Sasha Azmi has to find a way to get Marcelisa on strike or hit the boundaries.
Malaysia really needs some boundaries in coming overs. Catch up the run rate. And the right thing, Sasha Azmi getting a single and putting Mas Elisa back on strike.
What a shot that is from Marcelisha. That's a great stroke.
Slash shimmy down the wicket and goes over the top. Over mid off for a beautiful 4.
Yeah, she's oozing confidence at the moment. Could she single-handedly win this game for Malaysia? What a shot that is from Marcelisha. Special shot. Seen on the boundary now.
As long as Mas Elisa is in there, the game is still not into his hands yet.
Goes a big sweep. Oh, it's given. Looked like could have been a bit of a bat in it. Unfortunate for Marcelisha. Looks at the scoreboard and walks back to the pavilion. It's been a brave knock from her. It's an exceptional knock.
Lisa goes after scoring 34 of 31 deliveries. And Induja picks up her 4th wicket.
Duja has been exceptional.
Giving away only 10 runs. Brings Nordania into the crease. Can Indija get her 5 Brilliant over comes to an end from Induja. There's a change in bowling of Lavanya Kenny. At the end of 16 overs, Malaysia slipped 7 wickets. For 92 runs. Malaysia need another 43 runs in 24 balls. 4 overs, 43 runs. Very good shot from Sasha towards square leg, looking for a couple. Very easily got it. Front full toss, Lavanya Kenny didn't capitalize well. Shazam. Just a single.
Play and a miss for Nordania. Lighted. Another nothing shot really. For New Dania. That's hitter. Hit Nurdania on the head, I believe.
Not for a concussion. And slightly slipping away from Malaysia's hands.
Yeah, after that huge over from Induja, getting 3 wickets.
4 wickets in total. I think certainly man of the match contender Induja Nukuma. Induja to continue the final over. Bowled brilliantly the first 3, taking 4 wickets for only 10 runs. Malaysia need another 39 runs in 3 overs to clinch this victory.
Induja to continue. They have to show a bit more intent than that. Despite losing 7 wickets, I think they still need to put up a show, put up a fight. Anything can happen in cricket. Cricket's a funny game.
A couple of runouts proved costly in Malaysia dugout.
Yeah. And Induja definitely man of the match candidate for me.
Can India get her 5 for today? What do you think, Saifullah?
I think it's possible. Definitely is a possibility. She does deserve it. She's been absolutely brilliant with the line and lengths.
Another 4 balls to go in her spell.
No point in batting it at this stage. I think Nurdania just has to swing a bat at least, get some connection.
At least try to show some intent.
There's absolutely no point playing out a maiden here.
It's a maiden over from Induja.
Yeah, it's been an end of an excellent spell of medium pace bowling from Induja.
She finishes on 4 for 10 in 4 with a maiden.
Pick of the bowlers for me, definite man of the match candidate as well.
Definitely, we have a couple of man of the match contenders at the moment. Faith of Tish beaten on 52. And Induja 4 for 10 in 4, including a maiden. The equation 12 balls, 39 have Lavanya Kenny to continue her second over. Shasha Azmi on strike.
Just another poor shot from New Daniel. Struggling today. Another nothing shot, fortunately, for New Daniel. Leading up to this is the penultimate over. Match is almost over already. In retrospect, it has been a pretty one-sided affair, unfortunately. Malaysia did show some good fights. Beautiful knocks from Melissa Hunter and Marcelisha, but nobody else was there to offer a hand and support. And that's the story of the day, actually. With the ball, Malaysia did come back strongly, but unfortunately, we lost two of our main openers too early. Up in the air, could be a chance, fall to no man's land. And Sasha Azmi takes strike for the last over of the game. Last over of the game will be bowled by skipper Chaya Mughal. Cut away. And that is seals off the game. 6 sixes were required to win the match, and unfortunately, that's almost impossibility. Goes for a big drive, gets a single. That brings the 100 mark for Malaysia. I think they've done really well considering that this UAE's last squad is really strong. I think they've showed that they're not so far away in terms of levels, in terms of standard. Full toss, put away, but unfortunately straight to the fielder. We were just basically one inning short of a victory today.
Yes, indeed a good learning point for the Malaysian team coming up to the rest of the games.
Top plate for single. Goes for a big shot. Regulation catch for Chaya Mughal. She takes a wicket. And that is her second wicket, I believe. That brings Nick Noor Atila onto the crease. That's the end of the match. Bit bittersweet for Malaysians as we can see just the two outstanding batters. Mas Adisha did a really good hand along with Elsa Hunter, and there was nothing much left to say regarding the Malaysian batting. Both of the two batters showed some class, but unfortunately, Elsa Hunter got run out, and that fell to a domino effect for the Malaysians. As for the UAE bowlers, Induja was exceptional today, picking up 4 wickets. Really good stuff from her. Bowling with some tight line and length, very disciplined bowling. We had Shaya Mughal as well pick up a couple of wickets. And Isha Oza bowl really well as well up front. And that brings the end for this game. Malaysia showed some fight, but unfortunately were not good enough to chase down the score against UAE. That's all for today. We'll join you for the match presentation later. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
A very good afternoon to everyone. It's a very good game here in the UKM-UAE versus Malaysia. UAE won the match, and we have three man of the match candidates. Tita Satish of UAE, 52 not out in 56 balls. And Kavisha Agudagi, 45 not out in 33 balls. And an amazing bowling performance by Induja Nandakumar, 4 for 10 in 4 overs. And our man of the match candidate today is Induja Nandakumar. Good afternoon, Induja. First of all, congratulations on your performance.
Thank you.
And your win. How did you feel coming into this game? Your preparation and everything coming into this game.
It was great. We prepared well for this game, knowing that we will do well. Last match we did well, and just to continue the same way we did the last match and keep the standards high.
Awesome. How did the wicket behave in the first place when you came into bowl? You bowled in the right length, getting the ball to move here and there, and you got 4 wickets especially. And how did you feel about the wicket?
It was good. Actually, in initial it was like slow, and I didn't put pace in any of the balls. I was just bowling line and length, and did not try anything new or do any special stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. And good luck for your next games. And what is your plan is going to be for the next games? How are you going to go as a team?
You'll get to know.
Awesome. And good luck. Thanks everyone. Oh, sorry, Captain. Malaysia, please come in. Winnie, please. Winifred, first of all, tough luck on today's game. You guys played really well coming into this game. You know, couple of good partnership between Elsa and Elsa and Marcelisa. How did you tell your guys to go on and score the runs? What was
I
the plan?
Told them to stay and build a partnership together. They did what we said, but at the end, a small miscommunication and the wicket just went like that.
Where do you think it went wrong to your team?
I think we were rushing a bit in the batting towards the end. We were on track, but at the middle, the UAE looked panicked, but we also, I don't know why we also became panicked at one stage when we were in the right track.
Okay, 2 games done. 3rd game you all lost, and coming back to the next game, how it is going to be? What is going to plan of yours?
We'll come back strong in the next game and win the next game and qualify for the semi-finals.
Well, good luck to you. Thanks for your time. Can we have UAE captain? Congrats, Shaya, on your win.
Thank you.
And how do you feel about today's win?
It's always great. I mean, wins are always special. Whether it's finals or semi-finals or just a normal win, it's a win.
Of course. And what do you say about Tita's performance in the match, with the batting especially?
Well, Tita is always very special for each one of us. We've been relying on her for the top order, and she's been delivering. So it's really good. I mean, when you trust somebody and that person is delivering, it's really good news for the UAE team.
Awesome. And your bowling performances as the team and fielding, what do you feel?
It's really good. I mean, we can't do anything about the weather thing, but soon after the rain, you can't expect anything. The wicket behaves weird, and then we have to take charge of certain things. And it's the calmness that we need to compose, that we need to be composed in the first few overs is something that we have to learn. And I'm sure as we progress, we'll be doing it.
Where did you feel the wicket was helping you in terms of bowling or batting for your side totally?
Well, as I can see the score, our openers did a decent job. They did what we expected from them. So I feel the wicket was good for batting initially. And then as we come in for bowling, initially I could say that it was a bit weird in the beginning, but then afterwards, the bowlers got their line and length, and we were just keeping it straight.
Awesome. Thanks for your time and good luck to your next game, upcoming games.
Thank
Do
you.
well. With that, we will conclude today's post-match presentation. Thank you, everyone.